Today I'm making best ever oatmeal raisin cookies, and here are the ingredients that we need. 3/4 of a cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2/3 of a cup of flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 3 cups of oats, and 1.5 cups of raisins. So those are the ingredients, so let's get started. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do, get my raisins in there, and I'm going to pop in my flour, and I'm just going to mix that around a little bit just to coat my raisins. There we go. That's good. And then we'll get our cinnamon and our baking soda and our oats. And we'll just give that a little mix. And that's the first step. So I'll just mix this and then we'll start off with the next step. Alright, our next step is to take our butter and our sugar, and we're going to cream that up. Now I'm using salted butter here. If you're not using salted butter, add about half a teaspoon of salt to this recipe. There we go. So I'm going to get this creamed. Alright, I'm going to throw in the egg and some water. That's 2 tablespoons of water, and also our vanilla. Alright, that's good. And now we're going to start incorporating our dry ingredients here. So I'm going to put a little bit in, and we'll get that blended in. We also want to heat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to do that before we start mixing in the dry ingredients into the wet. Just have your oven ready by the time we're finished here. Okay, I'll add a little more in. And our last bit, I'll just get all of that in. And I'll mix that up. And if you find this dough for you gets a little bit too dry, you can add a couple tablespoons more water. I'm just going to add in 2 more tablespoons of water. There, that's better. You can see that's added quite a bit of moisture, just that 2 extra tablespoons of water. So there we go. So that's done. Our next step is to grab cookie sheet. And I'm going to take a little scoop here, and I'm just going to grab the cookie dough and just put it on here. Now, if you want chewier cookies, don't push them down. If you want crunchier cookies, push them down. I want to have cookies that are more moist and chewy, so I'm not going to push them down. I'm going to bake them just like this. So your oven, 350 degrees, and these cookies are going to bake for about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on your oven. So there we go. Perfect. So I'm going to pop these in the oven, and I'll be back. Alrighty. So I baked these cookies 12 minutes exactly, and there we have them. I just let them cool for about 5 minutes. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do up the rest of these cookies, and when I have them all done, I'll come back with the final video and I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, I've done all of my baking, and here are the cookies. I had a total of 34. I did have a couple, and I'll have one right now. These are really, really moist inside. Look at that. And they are yummy. Yeah, very, very good. So that's it for this recipe. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.